Hey there, Rachel Parlett here from the Classroom Nook. I just wanted to share with you some updates that I made to my 3 branches of government resource in my TPT store. It's actually become the #1 seller in my store. This summer just really caught the attention of a lot of teachers, and I know that it's being used all over, and I've gotten some really great feedback. So I wanted to make it even more valuable and add a few things in to help kind of bulk it up a bit so that you had even more resources to use with your students. And one of the things that I included was an interactive digital kind of learning guide. And if you've been using any of my newer resources, you will know that I have really been using a lot of digital resources within the unit that students can access from tablets or computers or Chromebooks or iPads, because I know that digital learning is where the classrooms are heading. So I want to keep up with that and provide you with resources that are going to help you go paperless, quote unquote. So I just want to kind of walk you through this so that you know what to expect. For those of you who have already purchased this 3 branches of government resource, you can just head back to that. If you go to My Purchases in your TPT account, you will be able to re-download and get all of these updates for free. So make sure you do that. This is a digital learning guide. So basically the students will bring this up on whatever digital device they're working on. In the resource, I've included a QR code and a quick link card that they can use to access it quickly from whatever device they're in. And basically they open it up, and this is the front page or the front slide that they'll see, just kind of giving them a quick overview. And then they're just going to press next, and it explains reasons why we need the 3 branches of government and how it supports all citizens of varying values, ideas, and belief systems. So they read that, and then they'll come to this main home screen page where they can access information about all 3 branches, and they simply just click on a branch and it will take them to more information. And then if you'll notice down here in the corner, anytime they see this little icon, if they click back, it'll always bring them back to this page so that they can learn more about it, learn about a different branch rather. So let's just go ahead and get started. If I click on the executive branch, it takes me to the home screen for the executive branch, which is broken up into 4 different sections: President, Vice President, Cabinet, and Executive Office of the President. And you'll notice down below here, it directs the students to click on any blue category to learn more. So if you just click on the President, you can read more about what a president does, his role in the executive, his or her role in the executive branch of government. And then there is also an outside video link here that students can watch. It'll link them to a YouTube video, couple minutes long, about what you have to do, what it requires to become a president. Just a quick kid-friendly video that they can click on, and they can do 2 things from here. They can go back to that main home screen page, or if they didn't learn about the other components of the executive branch, they can click back here where it says back to the executive branch homepage, and that'll bring them back here where they can continue to learn about the remaining parts of the executive branch. And then when they're done, they go back and they can go ahead and choose another one and learn about each part of the legislative branch, and then into the judicial, and they'll learn about it. And there are a couple extra links throughout that they can watch YouTube videos or see extra pictures that help them learn even more about the 3 branches of government. So hopefully your students will find this useful and a little bit more exciting to kind of teach them about what each branch of government does. The second thing that I've added to this resource is the Branches of Government Flipbook, and this works great on its own. You can have students make this, you can display it on your wall or in a bulletin board, but it also can glue right into an interactive notebook. If that is something that you use in your classroom, it can just quickly glue in. And I know it doesn't quite fit on the screen here for you to see, but I'll show you the different components. This is their cover page, and they can color it in, and then the very first page is just a quick overview of the government, and they just, after learning about it through the digital learning guide, and then if you have already purchased this and you remember that there are articles also about each branch included, they can get the information from that, and they just put in their own words what the 3 branches of government is and why we need it. And then there's a page on the executive branch they take information that they learned about all 4 different sections of the executive branch, The legislative branch, same thing. And then the judicial branch, and I'll just kind of turn it a little bit here so you can see. Just real simple, something that they can complete to tell the information that they learned about each of the branches of government. And then for those of you who may be new to this resource and haven't come across it yet, if you're interested what else is included in it, I'll just quickly go over it. And those of you who already have this unit, already have access to this, there are 4 articles that are included. The first one is just a quick overview of what the branches of government is and how they came to be. And then I have an article about each separate branch. Now, in the original unit, the activity that was suggested to use with these articles was that you would divide students up into 3 groups. Each group kind of researches the branch that you provide them, and then they answer some review questions about it, and then they complete a poster to present it to the rest of their class. And that is something that you can still totally do. I kept the articles in there, even though I made the digital learning guide, just as another way to present the information. You can use this as when you're initially teaching it, or even send these home as homework and have students complete them at home. Or you can do that activity that I just explained, where you have students break up into small groups, and then as a review, have them use the digital learning guide. However you want to use it, I just wanted to pack in as many resources in different formats as I could to help you meet whatever needs you have in your class. So like I said, there's an article for each branch of government. It breaks it down into the different sections of each branch and gives a little overview. Same with the executive branch. And I just like copying them on different colors. It makes it real easy for students to see and grab the right one. And then also for the legislative branch. So you have 3 articles. And then finally, you have a sorting activity that I included to kind of wrap it all up. This can be a homework assignment, a morning work activity, whatever you would like to do. And basically what they do is they have these slips of paper that they cut out, and the slips of paper either have a person or a group of people on it, or a responsibility of each branch. So they would see the senators and they would glue that under the executive branch, the legislative branch, and then the executive office of president there. And then this is an example of a responsibility. They would read this enforces the laws, and they would put that under the executive branch, and they would continue on with all of the slips of paper. So it just makes a quick review of everything that they've learned and make sure that they understand who does what and what each branch is responsible for. So that is the complete unit that you can now either re-download if you've already purchased it, or you can snag it now, and it'll include all of the things that I've showed you. Thanks so much.